Hello, everybody. It is Sunday, the 6th of June, and I want to talk about, I think it's called entity attachment. When you are connected to something that is not of this world. Say it like this. The consciousness whose kingdom is not of this world. Right, I was watching something yesterday and Robert Monroe came up. Now, I was aware of Robert Monroe. I think I have read one of his books a while ago. I knew he was one of the pioneers of out-of-body experiences. Yeah. What I wasn't aware of was that he was the one that started the whole Lush Farm hysteria in this world. It shows you how much I know. Anyway, I'm aware of it now. Good. And it got me thinking, as it was something that was on the periphery of what I was thinking of, but I never really looked at it. The whole Lush Farm idea. The idea that there are entities that live off our energy. You know, they suck it up. Vampires. Energy vampires that suck you dry. And there are those now, of course, going around saying it is the only truth. This is what reality is. There is nothing else. There is only one truth out there, and that is, was it being sucked dry by energy vampires. And this world was created. Well, there's the meaning of life and everything. You know, you were created to be energy that is going to be harvested by somebody else. Okay. I always say and always believe the truth is not just one thing. There's more than one truth. You're experiencing several truths, not just one. And the idea that there are energy vampires out there, again, I would say that is a possibility. That is a possibility, and it may well be happening. But that might not be the only kind of contact or the only kind of entity attachment you can have. I would say that, again, there's more than one out there. There's not only one God. It's all one. Different kind of entities with different kind of intentions of what it is they want to get out of the connection. Again, pure altruism, you know, they just connect to you because they're beautiful beings of light and want to give. I don't know. Possible. So I got thinking about that, and got thinking about myself and the way that I'm feeling absolutely, totally and utterly drained. Yeah, I mean, I'm losing energy. It is unreal. I can barely focus, and I really need to stop this soon. Thinking about what it is I'm attached to. Now, energy vampire. The way that we connect and the energy we send out is a bit like the way a mobile phone works. Again, we are building stuff outside of ourselves that shows the truth of ourselves. So you have an energy, and most likely an emotional energy, on which you place a message. And it is the emotional energy that carries the message. Yeah. Um, so if you are attached to an energy vampire, and they all do the same thing, they keep you sending messages, most likely by asking questions. Yeah, questions come up inside of you and you're trying to find the answer, and then, I don't know, you post the message somewhere out there, or you're trying to, on your energy. Now, if you have an energy vampire, what is happening is they get the message, but like a letter. Yeah, you write the words on paper. You place the message on an emotional energy. So what happens on the other end is they do not read the letter, they just eat the paper, so to speak. They're addicted to eating paper. They're just interested in the energy, not of your knowledge or whatever. No interest in that. They just want the energy. Yeah. But again, they encourage you to write letters, bringing up more questions, and you're trying to find answers, and you can go endlessly. Especially when asking questions that might even spark your own curiosity. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. I wonder what that is. And you start thinking about it. So that is one thing. That might be one entity. As I said, they're not actually interested in any knowledge, only the energy. I used to watch Star Trek, and there was this one scene where an entity called Q was talking to Worf, who was a Klingon. And he said, "Hi, Worf, ate any good books lately?" A bit like that. But they may not be the only kind of entity out there. I can think of others. I can think of other possibilities. Yeah, and to say that is the only possibility, well, if I can think of others, then there are other possibilities. Another is that you are attached to something. Again, it is asking questions, you're giving of your knowledge, and it is actually interested in the knowledge. It wants the knowledge. Yeah, it's a little bit more refined, maybe a little more intelligent than the letter eater. But the reason why they want the information is because knowledge is power. They have the intention of being the rulers, having dominion over this world, and any information you give them will serve them. They don't want that information to do you good, but anything you say can be used against you that way. And I think those entities also exist. I think we can see their workings in this world, most certainly. And then there's a last possibility that I can think of, and that is something that is truly interested in an exchange of knowledge to be beneficial. Maybe beneficial to you, beneficial to them. Or maybe they are given knowledge out of the goodness of their heart. Now, I can't see them in this world in a big way, or the fruit of their knowledge, but I'm sure they exist. Problem with that is our knowledge is grown out of the experience of this world, which is a very specific world. Yeah, with very specific problems, and as I said, good and bad. what is good for you, what is bad for you. It's very specific to this world. And giving that knowledge to somebody else may not serve them, nor may their knowledge serve us if it is grown out of the experience of a completely different world. I said that many times, even in this world. What is good and works for good in the jungle may not work in the desert or in the Arctic. So I mean, that again, that truth is already in this world. We can see it in this world. And we should do according to it. So how beneficial the knowledge from another world is, and would it actually work good here, even if it works good there? That is not at all a certainty. So this whole reaching out there, the further the better. Will that do any good? Or can it do any good at all? I mean, the only beneficial thing I can see is through thinking or giving of my truth. It is in giving that we receive, is what Jesus said. And in a way, through giving of your truth, and you must be truthful. I mean, if you start lying, then it's no good. But if you are truthful, you see your own truth. You're dragging it out of yourself to give it to somebody else, but in the processes of that, you're seeing it yourself. I mean, that is the only beneficial thing I can see at the moment. Do we need them out there for that process? Do we need something otherworldly to go through that process, or could we give of the truth to each other? Continuously give to each other. I mean, the knowledge we have, the knowledge that is within us, is the knowledge of this world. The knowledge should serve life in this world. So would the best knowledge not be the one that is grown out of this world, is according to this world? Do we need something out there to pour our hearts out, to see our own truth? Or could we learn to give it to each other? We're in fear of each other. We've been made afraid of each other. We've been made of telling our truth to each other. Absolutely we have. And then it's open your heart up to God or to anything that is out there. Open yourself up to the greatness out there. I mean, we're nearly programmed to do that. Again, is it actually beneficial to us that we're doing that? Is it the right way? Or should we learn to reconnect to one another again? Without fear. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love each other. So that we can be truthful with each other without fear. And would that be the way forward? Anyway, that is what I was thinking about this morning. I really think we're on the wrong path by connecting to something out there that is not us. I mean, you don't know what it is you're connected to, are you? They're hidden. They are hidden from your view. Quite often, in my case, most certainly, they do not reveal themselves to you. But you're standing there in your full nakedness and telling them everything. I mean, it's not foolproof, obviously not. I mean, there are people in this world that will use the giving of your knowledge in the wrong way. Of course they are. Yeah? They will want that knowledge so they can get one over you in some way. But at least in this world, you have some way of seeing them coming. You know them. You can see them. You know that their energy is that close. If you're any kind of an empath, you can feel it if there's something wrong. I mean, here you're standing half a chance of getting it right. What chance do you stand out there? Yeah. As I said before, there were two ways in the Bible, in the New Testament. One is love your neighbor as yourself. Continuously give to one another. And the other is to know God out there. Deny yourself and know God out there. Connect to something whose kingdom is not of this world. And I really think we've chosen the wrong way. We are choosing the wrong way. Connect to one another. We do it on the way of speech, touch, speech, 5 sense, knowledge of each other. We can have knowledge of each other on a completely different level. This reaching out of your energy does not have to go all the way out there. It can reach something here, deeper than the 5 sense knowledge. And again, would that be more beneficial for us? Yeah? Is the truth really out there? Is salvation really out there? Or is it within every one of us and all around us? And to connect, the truth would mean to connect to one another. Anyway, here, those were my thoughts for today. And I need a rest. I'll talk to you again soon, no doubt. Bye.